Hello tree. The first step to becoming a professional mermaid or merman, not excluding you men out there, is to make sure, aside from not filming behind a shooting range, that you practice being a mermaid or merman. Get yourself a cheap fabric tail, swim around a bit, pose a bit, maybe just plop yourself down on a beach in public for a little bit to see if you like the attention you get as a mermaid or merman, if you are comfortable being in a tail in public places, if you are comfortable actually swimming in the tail. Just get a feel for whether or not you actually like wearing a mermaid tail and posing as a mermaid or a merman. I suggest doing this for at least a year, or at least until you know for sure that this is not a phase and that this is something you truly enjoy and want to pursue as a career, not just as a hobby. Which again, there's nothing wrong with being a mermaid as a hobby. That is great. During this time, also consider working on building your mersona. If you would like help building your mersona, I have a 7-part series which you can watch for free. I'll link it in the description below so you can check that out. I'm pretty proud of the series, and so far it has helped a lot of people. Get over there. Step 2 is to decide what type of professional mermaid or merman you would like to be. There are a ton of different jobs you can do within the mermaid realm. If you would like to be an aquarium mermaid, if you like to work strictly for public events, kids parties, conservation, all sorts of different things. I will include a free downloadable little piece of paper that will talk about all of the things we are talking about here in this video in a little more depth. It will also list all of the different things you can do as a professional mermaid and a ton of other things too. So make sure you sign up for the free downloadable template thingy, paper thing, whatever you want to call it, so you can get that and get all the information you need. But set goals as a mermaid, goals for people you want to work with, the type of mermaid you want to be, the type of work you want to do. Set a bunch of goals and plan ahead. This will really help you create your dreams, because if you don't know where you're going, how are you going to get there? So create a map, and then you can follow that map and get to that treasure. Where the X is. So many gunshots, I'm kind of scared. Step 3 for becoming a professional mermaid is to take a nap on the forest floor. Smells good. Not really. Tip 3 is actually to practice what you need to practice and get the certificates that you need to get in order to be the type of mermaid that you would like to be. That means that if you want to perform in an aquarium, you may need to practice doing fancy tricks and breath holding, or getting your scuba certificate or certification. I don't have one, so I don't know exactly what it's called, but I will put all this information in that little paper I talked about that's downloadable. But make sure you practice, do your research on what you may need to learn in order to be the type of mermaid you'd like to be. Get a hold of other mermaids that do what you want to do and ask them questions. Not all of us can answer all the questions that we get, but some will step in and try to help. So reach out to others, try to gather all the information you need in order to figure out how to do what it is you want to do, and then start practicing and expanding your horizons. Because in order to be a professional, you have to be really good at what it is that you do. So practice. That might even mean practicing your people skills, people, because that's a big part of being a business owner. Yes, it is. Step number 4 for how to be a professional mermaid is to get experience as a mermaid. You don't need a silicone tail just yet. A fabric tail should do just fine, or no tail at all if you listen carefully. There are 2 main ways you can go about getting experience. The first is to contact your local pod of mermaids and see if you can job shadow somebody. Now, not all groups will be open to this, but it never hurts to ask. And even if you don't work as a mermaid, you could ask to work as a mertender to see how the mermaids in this pod actually do their work, maybe get some tips and suggestions, as I mentioned in the last tip, but this would be more hands-on training. The second way to get experience as a mermaid is to work for free or discounted. Wait, before you go and email some big company you really want to work with really badly. Only work for free or discounted for family members, really close friends, or for nonprofit or charitable events that would not pay anybody if they could, because they just don't do that. Never offer your services for free, and I cannot stress this enough, to an event or to an organization that could pay you. Do not do it. First of all, it takes away from the money that other mermaids could be making, and it will make them quite angry. And also, it's kind of showing that organization that, like, you're just kind of, you're not a professional, you're just somebody who's doing this as a hobby, and they don't need to pay you, and if you ask for money later, chances are they aren't going to give it to you. So don't work for free unless it's for family, for close friends, or for a charity event or organization that can't pay you if they wanted to. Got it? Got it. Those are two different ways you can get experience working for free for the right type of people, and also job shadowing other mermaids. And of course, keep continuing your education, watching videos like these. I have hundreds of videos on my channel. I will link them in the description below for tips on how to be a professional mermaid. Mermaid Reina also has some great tips, as does Aqua Mermaid. I will put as many different videos in a playlist together for you from other channels too, if I can find other ones, all in the description, so check those out. I have retaken this video about 7 times now, and this tree is keeping me sane because he's so beautiful and fluffy, and I love you, buddy. Step 5 for becoming a professional mermaid is to make sure that you have all of the materials that you need to do the type of work that you wish to do. This will be different for everybody. It depends on the type of mermaid you want to be and the type of work you want to do. For example, Ren fairs require that you have a silicone mermaid tail, at least as far as I've seen. However, I've seen some aquariums where there are mermaids swimming around that have fabric or neoprene tails on. It really depends on where you wish to work and the type of work that you want to do. Now, silicone mermaid tails and other mermaid tails aren't the only things to consider when it comes to getting equipment. You may want to consider getting a camera. You may want to consider an underwater camera. You may need a computer, a website, your own custom email. You may need to go out and get a business license. In fact, I suggest that you do get one. You should also get performer's insurance. You should also consider getting CPR training or lifeguard certifications or scuba training. There are all sorts of different things to consider, and you will want to get materials and training based on the type of work that you would like to do. So do some research, write down all the things you need to do, write down how much it's going to cost you, make a plan, make it happen so you can get your business off the ground. We did it! The sixth and final, The sixth and final step for becoming a professional mermaid is to market yourself and just get your name out there. You need to build an online presence, you need to make connections in the real world, you need to work hard. This is a business, it's not just a hobby anymore. So you need to realize that you need to treat it like a business, and you need to be a good business person. You are now an entrepreneur. So research what it takes to build a good business. Try to go out there and make connections. You're going to be doing a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls. You need to get comfortable doing these things. Also, it does not hurt to make connections with other mermaids. That is always a great thing to do. Collaborate, don't compete. Although, of course, you do need to compete to some extent because, again, it's a business, but collaboration is always best whenever possible, and usually it is possible. If you want to be a professional mermaid, also make sure you keep your expectations not too high, because while this is a very magical business to get into, it's very rewarding in terms of the satisfaction you get in your heart. It isn't something that you should expect to pay your bills full time. You should have a second job. What the heck? It's hailing. It's gone. It's northern Michigan. This isn't going to pay your bills full time. You probably will have to have another job. Think of this as a side hustle. It may turn into something bigger long term. Be patient, have realistic expectations, and have fun with this. It's a very fun career choice, but it's not something that you should expect to pay your bills right away again. On that note, keep going, be determined, work hard, try your best, and don't give up, because this is really a beautiful, very rewarding, magical career path. All of that said, my camera is getting completely covered in snow, so I have to get going. There goes a bug. Fly, little guy, fly!
I think it's a mosquito, but I'm not sure. I have to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a bit of a different style. Please let me know if you like this style down in the comments below. And let me know what type of professional mermaid you would like to be. For more training on how to be a professional mermaid, please click in the description box below. I will have links there to teach you all of the secrets that I know and have learned over the years. One secret is always have a hood on every single jacket, so when it snows, you're ready to go. See you guys later.